Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Don't Write Back Show.
Ooh, it's good to be back.
It is. It is. So,
We are welcome back with Eli today.
yeah.
Glad to have him back.
Excited.
Can't see myself, so I hope I'm seeing on camera.
Yeah, you are now. At first, I thought the camera had frozen because you weren't in the shot. And then I realized you were like ducked down. I was getting ready to start.
I was doing some research.
Yeah.
Little homework.
Little homework.
Little homework.
You ever think you're kinky and then you see something and you're like, maybe I'm not?
Not as kinky as I thought I was. That's exactly how I was just about last 5 minutes.
10 seconds ago.
He's like, am I done yet? Yeah, I'm probably done.
He witnessed Excalibur being put back in the stone.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, you watch those horror movies with like the aliens are coming out of the stomach. Yeah, that's what that was.
I just gotta say,
It was like the face. It's like the face that comes out of the book in the first Harry Potter movie. It's in the forbidden section. He opens up and
I thought you were talking about the actual book. I was like, I don't remember.
I have a vivid imagination.
Like I read that book in 3rd grade, I think.
I'm gonna give that to you. Oh.
He'll start playing with the lights.
He's got ADHD. It's fine.
He does. We were doing a. You know, we always go through the what we've been up to. We were doing a stream of Final Fantasy VIII. We're getting the last stream in, right? Ooh, got
Good
it.
catch.
Good catch. We were doing the final episode, and Boomer's sitting at the edge of the seat here, and he just starts like tapping on the coffee table right in front of the mic.
Seems like a boomer thing to do.
Just tapping. I forget what I said, but I said something like very passive aggressive. He's like, "That was Doug's nice way of telling me to knock it off." Yeah, pretty much.
Doug's way of saying, knock the fuck off!
So in my nightstand, I still have those fidget spinners from like 2015 when that was a thing. I'm going to just bring them in here and you can just sit
I don't
there.
even remember what happened to mine, because
You
I
just put
remember
their
we bought them
blood
at work.
How about you bring me one? We'll see how it goes.
I'll give you one, give him one, see what happens.
Yeah.
They're going to be like Beyblade over here,
Right.
bashing them at each other. Showing my age, I don't even know what Beyblade is.
So, Mike, what have you been up to this week?
Watching lots of porn.
Yeah.
Nothing things.
You just witnessed the porn happen on Jay's Twitter feed.
Shout out to Jay. Was talking to Chance last night.
Oh, Chance.
I was wondering how much of this granny fetish is true.
My granny fetish?
Yes.
Well, all of it.
He's like, what have you heard?
Well,
It's probably true.
I don't want to ruin the illusion, so I can't really elaborate too much. But
We're kind of curious.
you want to know what I think about grandmas?
Yeah.
Fucking love them. I love cougars.
Mike lives by this theory that food and sex have one thing in common.
Grilled cheese?
No. His grandma does the best.
Oh.
It's true.
Not his actual grandma. That'd be weird.
That would be really weird. What have you been up
Sex
to?
equates. No, not your mom. It's just weird.
Well, so me and Mike just re-recorded and got the master track back for the new podcast intro, which is what everybody got to hear today.
Yeah.
So, kept it short and sweet. We'll be shooting a little intro video soon.
It only took us an hour and a half to record it.
It took about 10 minutes, probably, if that.
Yeah, it was pretty quick and painless.
You just had to, like, remember where you even, like, wrote it at.
I write these riffs, and then I give them to Doug, and I forget how to play them. And then Doug has to listen to it like figure out how I played it and then teach it back to me.
It's a pretty nice setup we got going. It helped me learn all of the songs that you helped write. So
It's good at math, so
yeah, it works out. It all works out in the end. Usually I'll sit there and pick apart whatever he sent me, and then I'll re-record it into GarageBand with all the other tracks, just so I can, mostly so I can do vocals with it. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
And this time I did it all, and it was like ready to go. I could have sent it off to get mixed and mastered, but I just wanted Mike to actually play his riff instead of me playing Mike's riff. Because he gets a nastier tone than me, and I love it. He has a different amp setting. You're a little harsher, like a little heavier on the pick than I am. So it just gives a nice little change of tone. And
I like it. I like playing along to metal music, so that's where a lot of that kind of style comes from. So.
Yeah. And I came from a church band, so everything was like soft and more fluid
the
strumming.
strength comes from eating its meat. Don't let him lie.
Pounding it.
He's the world's
Well,
greatest button
He
masher.
beats it like a butcher.
If that were true, I'd play the guitar left.
But anyway, yeah. So it took us about 10 minutes tops to get that one finished, and then I sent it in an email to the guy that helped produce our first album,
Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
Now
Yeah.
there's a guy who knows a thing or two about beating meat.
Yep. He's a drummer and a butcher.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm like, I don't know how
you
these
guys
work.
go. That's something you want to explain?
He cuts and packages meat, slings it on the counter, and then he goes home and beats the skins, so to speak.
Sounds like somebody else.
How far can we take this? I love
Sorry,
you, Dave.
Dave.
Thank you so much. You do great work. Anyway, I sent that over to him in an email, and the next morning he shot me a text back. He's like, "Hey, saw your email. I can work on it today." Like an hour later, he's like, "Tell me what you think. It's done." And he said that our mix was actually really good. The only thing he had to do was tuck back the drums a little bit and tuck back the bass a little bit, and to get it to like blend a little better. And he said that was it. He just bumped up the levels to where they need to be.
He made it sound really good. The
Scooby-Doo is next.
Scooby-Doo is next.
We finished it too. We just need to get it mixed and mastered.
The what is it, the widener thing you
Yeah, I downloaded a plugin called a wider plugin, like with a D, not.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
got you.
okay. I see. Thought I'd clarify for the masses.
no racially charged shit here.
Anyway,
The only white guy in here had to clarify. He didn't say white. He said white.
Boomer usually gives me a look. Yeah. So anyway,
That's not the look you give.
He gives him those bedroom
Like
eyes.
this.
gives me the biscuits and gravy face.
Shoot him a biscuit gravy face, Boomer.
That's straight up Sammy right there.
So
Who added me on Facebook, by the way?
Chetty knows how to use the internet.
For other
No, that's terrible.
Bro, he writes in all caps. What do you mean?
I thought he was angry all the time. Why won't you be my friend?
His text is just like when he says donkey balls. It's just that deep donkey balls.
And his voice has been that deep since 5th grade, by the way. It hasn't changed.
Damn. So I've learned something I already knew, but it was reaffirmed to me today that my voice carries a lot.
It does.
Really, I noticed it
I
since
know
we've been
when
doing
you're
this pod.
working from dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I'm just like my uncle, because my uncle comes into shop, Uncle Glenn, and I can hear him on the other side of the store. I'm like, oh hey, Uncle Glenn's here. I need to go find out where he's at. Go say hi.
How cool would it be if your uncle was Glenn Fricker?
Badass.
Speaking of frick,
Court? Jeebus.
I ran into
I'll
a
look at
post
what
the other
that
day.
is.
Oh, did you?
Well, he's fat now.
He is. He's.
Simple might turn into
That-
like a cowboy.
We don't talk to him anymore.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know anything.
Simple reason. Nothing personal.
Oh,
Man doesn't talk to you for 2 years, out of nowhere hits you up for money.
yeah.
I figured he was talking shit about Cheesecake Factory.
No,
I don't have
we
a
don't-
personal business with Cheesecake Factory.
I have a personal
However, that
beef
bread
with
is amazing.
them. That bread is amazing,
I don't care for their cheesecake.
but I can get the bread at Walmart now. So
We can't get the bread at Walmart.
It's true.
I like no big cheesecake. I don't care for New York style.
thank you.
If anyone ever wonders what Boomer was eating in the first cooking episode,
Ass.
it was ass. But that it was bread that had been an ass.
It's good.
That's why it was so brown. Kind of that girl's ass that we were watching a while ago. And now we're on the rails.
So anyway,
Jay's Twitter feed. Jay's Twitter feed.
Eli, welcome back.
Welcome
What
back.
have you been up to, buddy?
Putting myself through training and then realizing that I can't work from home because I felt trapped.
I understand.
Like the job was great, training was great, people I worked with were okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
It was like 50-50. Some of them were like pretty cool. Some of them were just douchebags. Mostly it was the dudes that were younger than me. For whatever reason, they had this like chip on their shoulder. They had to be better. This one guy was like acting like he was the smartest because he'd win Cahoots, which is like our little trivia game on Fridays when nobody has anything better to do. Half of us didn't play, so of course he won. And when it comes time to like take our breaks or whatever, I always put my computer on speakers. That way I could like take a nap on the couch, and as soon as they start talking, I'm back up at the computer. Anyway, I always got confused when break was over because this dumbass would always be asking one of the trainers, "Hey, are you still there?" Bro, take your fucking break.
Yeah,
Like, just go to break.
Yeah.
They gave us an hour.
take it.
Fuck off.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she has her job to do on top of training us, and then her hour for lunch. She doesn't want to be talking to you.
Whenever you're doing this, do you see, it's like a Zoom call, you see all
Yes.
these people. Has anybody ever done anything embarrassing on there? Anybody's like,
Yes,
hug their hog or anything?
there was there was one. It was like the second day of onboarding. This old lady's husband walked through naked.
Oh,
That's awesome.
yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my god, I hope you guys didn't see that." Like everybody's seen it. They were like, we were all like chatting like, "Oh my god, did you fucking see that?" Like that.
The important question is, was Grandpa packing?
Well, she had like the green screen effect, so it barely picked him up.
Oh,
Like you could see, he had nothing on his leg, but he was fucking cut. And I'm just like, yeah, she knows what she's doing.
so Doug doesn't have any competition.
No.
Okay.
Ankle
still-
slapper.
He's still in a class of his own.
No, the camera definitely would have picked that up and thought it was another person standing there.
Man, there's a python behind you.
Look out! It's coming to bite you.
No, it's just coming.
It's a spitting cobra. So before we get too far into porn, what's today's subject, Richard?
So we're going to be talking about sports, some college football.
So everybody's gonna leave now, and they all lost interest.
Unless you want us to talk more about...
We've discovered that our audience
prefers the dirty.
prefers just us to not talk about football, but
Talk about football.
we're grown ass men. We're gonna do what the fuck we want.
I'll
Hey,
talk about
honestly,
what I want to talk
we've
about.
let y'all get the opportunity to pick the topics. Just nothing. So,
Yeah.
So when Boomer,
I'll be back.
okay. So when Boomer starts talking about Brett Favre, it's gonna go into the sexual stuff anyway. So just you can just take
carry on with us, all right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stay with us.
It's gonna be fine.
Talk about some purple helmets and some dang with it. And Hey, man.
Purple helmets.
So we'll just BS for another couple minutes. Eli had to take a phone.
So while Eli's outside, I watched you guys stream earlier. Y'all were playing Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets on PS1.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and you guys did a part where you went to Hagrid's hut.
Yes.
Yes.
So that got me thinking, like, what do you guys think Hagrid's dick looks like? Like, do you
Blasted screw.
like, do you think that, like, it's a long, like, ankle slapper, or do you think it's, like, a fucking just short, like, cheese wheel?
You know, it looks exactly like the Bar S 5-pound bologna chub.
Just that small. Huh?
Right.
It would look so tiny on Hagrid, but it's fucking giant.
Could you imagine getting smacked in the face with it?
Actually, probably look like that red thing that Boomer saw on that Twitter feed.
It's gonna haunt his dreams tonight.
It's gonna look like the Hungarian horntail. It's got spikes and everything.
Do you think
What did you call that a while ago?
Horny Hagrid's horror shack?
Yes,
And then I realized I could have called it hut and just went with all H's. So
because he was
I
like,
dropped the ball on that.
he was like, "There's Triple H's new name." Yeah.
So really though, what do you think that Hagrid's like? I almost said a bad word. His brother. You think he ever got any? You know, the special needs one. almost set up the bad.
That was not much.
I almost dropped the hard R. But I caught myself.
He walked back in and goes, "What the fuck? What's going on?"
Steve said that we lost the viewer. Thank you.
All right. To answer your question, probably not, because all of the giantess women just picked on him and beat him up because he was a small giant.
Oh yeah. You think he played with himself a lot?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, he's still a guy, and he's just like tied up in a forest alone.
You get bored.
He probably has a name for his cock.
It's probably that'd be the first thing you would do, would it not?
It's probably Grok.
Grok my cock.
Grok.
Grok's.
This shit's going off the rails, fellas.
Oh man,
We're so far away from sports now.
We should. No, Mike, you can't use that word. No.
I'm sorry. I didn't use it. I almost
Thought it.
I almost let it slip. My apologies.
it was the way we were raised. We're trying to be better.
Exactly.
That's all anybody can ask. That word didn't carry the same weight when we were
Exactly. Like when
early teenagers.
because whenever I was when I was growing up, like everything was gay.
Yeah, that was the just like generic insult
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah, and it like had nothing to do with
Actual
homosexual.
any kind of sexuality.
It's just you grow up and that's just slang, like throwing the R word around.
Yeah. We've come a long way.
We have.
I used to use the probably both of those a lot when I was a younger teenager.
Right?
It was commonplace to speak that way back then,
Exactly.
but mostly
Doug's ankle slapper up there.
that's the new slang.
Kevin the Bulging Moose had a ankle spanker.
Ankle spank.
We need to re-record that.
Oh, I'm down. We need to start writing some more Christmas parodies for the holiday season.
Yes. Some dirty.
Yep.
So, Richard, I don't think anybody asked you, how was your day?
You know, it wasn't that bad of a day. Surprisingly, I mean, it started to get worse through the day, but after we were away, got here doing our thing, doing the Harry Potter, it actually went really smooth. Yeah, been a really good day actually.
So,
I've been trying not to let anything bug me.
right?
So,
Yeah. Man, life's too short to let other shit just get you down.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you, who in the MCU has the biggest cock? Doug, you care to weigh in? You're the Marvel guy.
Well, Thor's got to be up there.
Think so?
Yeah, there's just so many similarities between me and him, so I imagine.
Money's not one of them.
You said money?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any money.
He's a god. He's got infinite money. He can kill you and take your money.
He doesn't have infinite money, though. It doesn't work that way.
It can work that way.
Do you think that Tony Stark was overcompensated?
Yes. I love Tony Stark.
That was a pretty quick answer.
Yeah, it's something about having an ego that big. When you have anything that's that big, it's overcompensated for something.
Right. So I was listening to an older podcast the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no, not ours. One that inspired me to start, to have a start ours.
Yeah.
But I was listening to this podcast, and it was back when Spider-Man, I guess No Way Home had come out, or whichever one it was.
With the three,
The one with Marissa Tomei in it.
buddy.
You talk,
The Ant-Man
Yeah.
which one?
shoots them all three.
I can't remember.
But anyway.
But anyway, the one where she dies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So I was listening
The
to...
one with three Peters.
That's the name of the movie right there.
The 3 meters.
But anyway, I was listening to podcasts, and they were talking about that movie.
Yep.
And they were saying that Marissa Tomei originally wanted Aunt May to be a lesbian.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
And then they connected the dots, and they're like, Pepper Potts could have been her mate since Tony Stark died. I was like, that would have made sense.
You're like, I would have watched that.
That's exactly what Brian Quinn and Q from A Practical Joke, that's exactly what he said. He said, I would watch that. He said, but there better not be any action except between those two.
So, I was, I've recently, and by recently, I mean probably the last 3 weeks, started watching wrestling again a little more often.
Well, since Vince retired.
Yeah, I wanted to see what Triple H is going to do with WWE. It's been pretty interesting so far. So,
Pitbull walking around out there?
yeah, it belongs to the neighbor that points the laser pointer at people.
Yeah. Oh, it started barking at me walking towards me. So I had it in my phone call.
Anyway, been watching the last few weeks.
Did you? Boom recorded.
I watched
I did not.
watched AEW last week.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really know what's going on. I haven't watched it like over a year. But I'm watching, and Billy Gunn comes out there with his kids, and they have a tag match against some other team, and they beat them in like 27 seconds. Like, just out of nowhere. No, I didn't see that coming. And then he gets on the mic, and he's like, I'm so proud of you boys. This is what I've been wanting you guys to take it serious, and you're going to go far. And then just all of a sudden, they just jump him and start beating the crap out of their dad. And like, to me, I was laughing. I was like, I didn't see that coming. That's kind of funny. And then some other team comes out.
Acclaimed.
Yes, the Acclaimed. One of them was getting a lot of John Cena comparisons a while back. I think when they debuted, they were doing a rap
Oh, they do every time they come.
They still do? Okay.
4 weeks ago, they just Vince McMahon.
Nice. So they come out and make the save, and apparently they have a catchphrase that's "Scissor me, Daddy," and they like do the scissor thing in the ring or like with whoever. So yeah, so
Said scissor me, ass daddy.
is that what they said? Okay. I was just like, my mind was blown. I'm like, how is this a thing on TV in 2022?
They're TV 14, so
That's true. So is Monday Night Raw, and I can't wait to see what they keep doing going forward.
I don't know if you didn't watch that.
No, I fell asleep. I stayed awake
There
for.
was a lot more cussing than usual from the commentary team.
I only managed to stay awake through the Dakota Kai Io Sky match,
So
which was the first match. And then I started snoring. I snored so loud I woke myself up. I was like, yeah, it's time for bed.
So what happened was he seen Trish, got a boner, and passed out.
Yep.
All the blood rushed away from my head. Fair enough.
To your ankle slapper?
Yep. I almost need like a blood transfusion every
I
time.
lifted the sheets right up off.
What you missed is KO's using the pop-up power bomb again.
I saw that last week, so that's exciting. Or at least he attempted it last
He's
week.
using it as his finisher now instead of the stunner. But he did stun him after the match, so.
Good. I like that they're going back to the
Pop-up
prize
powerbomb.
Oh,
fighter.
yeah.
I was never like a huge fan of pop-up powerbomb. Like, it's cool. I don't like finishers that are hard to do. Like, I like ones that are able to hit on anybody.
He hit it on John Cena. I think he can do it on anybody.
I couldn't really believe him doing it to like Keith Lee when Keith Lee was there. Like somebody of that stature. Not saying he's not strong enough. I'm
He
just,
can get himself up there.
yeah, that's where my disconnect happens. I think because the only thing I think of if I saw that was like, oh man, Keith really helped him out there.
They always do.
They do, but the whole point is to just like suspend your disbelief, I guess.
Yeah,
And it's that one is like a red flag to me. So as long as he doesn't try it on like some huge people like that.
I always loved how like the 2K video games made KO like super buff when he's not.
Yeah.
He's just like farm boy, strong. Like he's got round arms, but that's about it. Bray Wyatt's even
I'm fat.
worse
I'm
on
cool with
2K
that.
games because he's like massive ripped.
Yeah.
I'm just like, but he's not even cut. He literally has like, what are those World's Strongest Men type arms?
I'm wondering if his return is going to happen because I feel like
Clash
it's
Castle is supposed to be.
Who is it again?
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
I just hope it's Eater of Worlds, not the Fiend.
It's more than likely going to be the Fiend.
Probably. But if they're smart, see what I think they should do, and this will be the last part of my wrestling tangent. We can get into sports.
Wrestling is a sport.
That's true. We can get into football, I guess. What I hope they will do, and I don't think it's likely, but it would be smart if they treated him like they should have treated Finn Balor. So let him do the Eater of Worlds thing, and then only bring out the Fiend if he actually goes up against somebody who either has his number or is too tough for him.
Personally, I like Firefly Funhouse Bray more than I like Eater of Worlds.
Really? I was just a big fan of the Deliverance look.
I loved Husky Harris. Muscle Man dance.
I liked the Muscle Man. Okay, one more story. I made Alondra watch that the other night. We were watching wrestling, and I forgot what was going on. I was like, oh, you didn't get to see Firefly Funhouse. So I started showing her a couple of them, and I showed her that dance, and I was like, she was cringed out pretty hard. I thought it was great.
It's Husky Harris. That was his first character.
Yep. All right, Michael, take us away in what our actual pod's about.
Our
30 minutes in.
now that we're through the
introduction phase.
introduction phase of things,
Here's the meat of the.
we'll get into talking some football because football's right around the corner.
I'm gonna be really terrible at this. I haven't paid attention to anything football since the Super Bowl.
Well, we're going to start out talking with the about the NFL. And first thing on the schedule is going to be how do we think our favorite teams are going to do. So for Richard, the Packers. What kind of season do you think the Packers are going to have?
I think they make it to the second round of the playoffs, win the NFC North, and then lose. That's what I think. I don't think...
Not to the 49ers, though?
I hope not. I hate the fucking Niners.
Not as much as Elway.
Yeah. John Elway fucking sucks.
Really
I like their receiving core. I just don't think they're powerful enough.
Wait, they have a receiving core now? Who's on their receiving core besides Lazard?
You've got you had to call me out on that. You got Randall Cobb. You've got Amari Rodgers.
No problem, still in.
Pass from.
You've got Robert Tonyan.
That's tight end.
I've never heard of them. But I don't keep up
He
with
receives the ball.
It's more of a blocker.
Fair enough.
Like Boomer was telling me earlier, the Packers this year need to rely on the run game.
Do they still
Where's-
have Rodgers, the tight end?
Richard Rodgers? No, they got rid of him. Wow.
Where's Devontae Adams?
Raiders.
Trying to upset him a little bit.
It's okay.
Trying to make him
I would
sad.
rather somebody move on rather than be unhappy in place. It's like, I'd have been okay if we got rid of Rodgers. I've been happy with that.
Really?
I love how it went down. They told Rodgers he was going to resign if he did.
Yeah.
And he left.
What?
I personally don't like Aaron Rodgers. Like,
I'm a Brett Favre fan through and through. So
So are we looking about a 10 plus win season for the Packers this year?
We'll say 11 and
They're going to
6.
win 6.
Because I was going to say the NFC North is pretty.
It's a wash.
The only thing that comes close to them is the Vikings, and Vikings suck. Let's be honest.
The Vikings. Case Keenum still the quarterback?
No, he's back up in Buffalo now.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback now?
Isn't it
Oh, yeah. It's
Teddy.
Kirk
Cousins?
Cousins. So, yeah, no, they're not going to win. He can't play in the fourth quarter.
The only thing that'll keep them going is Dalvin Cook.
He can go through the locker room.
Dalvin
You
Cook.
like that? You like
Dalvin
that?
Cook's going to get hurt.
No, we're losing.
He can't stay healthy. It's just like CMC.
No, we hate it. You want more?
When is our draft? Or are we doing it this year?
What? Well, not in that league anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Son of a bitch. We need to start another one.
Make a
Yeah, there's no chance, like, after the bullshit trades that happened at the beginning, that if I don't win, I'm done. Like, Patrick Mahomes being traded for a backup quarterback pissed me off.
Fair enough.
Let alone Deshaun Watson, who we all knew was going to play last season.
Herbert.
Go ahead, Mike.
So, Doug.
Go on your tangent. You
Uh,
already said the word pervert. Might as well go in on Subway.
you want me to start on Jared Fogle?
Yeah, do it.
I think we'll hold off on that because I got something planned for
closing argument.
Oh,
for the next pod. So we're gonna sit on that one.
Fair
But
enough,
don't sit on a pervert because you never know what I didn't
All
know.
right, so we got the NFC North. Who's winning the NFC South?
Who's in the NFC South?
Falcons, Panthers, Bucks, and Saints. I think
It's the
Panthers.
Bucks. The
Buccaneers.
Bucks will win. I don't know if the
Even though they lost like 2 of their starting offensive linemen. 3. Tristan Wirfs should be back.
1 retired, 2 are out for the season.
as much as I love the Panthers, I don't think they're gonna win the division.
No.
Oh,
Not
Wild card, maybe.
It's potential to be one.
could be.
So, Doug, how do you see the Chiefs season going down?
Well, let me find my rose-tinted glasses. Say they're going to win 12 or 13. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl, and I'm undecided on if they're going to win or not.
How many times do you think?
In my head, they're going to win.
How many times do you think Jackson Mahomes is going to steal the headline from his brother?
How many home games do they have?
Okay, which headline are we talking about? Like the local newspaper or like the main story on ESPN.
I mean, he's almost always on ESPN over the Chiefs anytime he does something.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Shows how much I watch ESPN. I don't particularly care.
He's a travesty to football, is what he is.
That's true. But Post Mahomes, is my thing. Mahomes is going to, he's repping the brand pretty good. Bringing in a freaking Whataburger. And, up there.
That's gonna make them play better, huh?
Yep.
It's gonna get Andy Reid
It's
fired.
going to be firing on all cylinders this season.
You'll see him on the sideline carrying around a bag of burgers.
He forgot his
special.
Eating behind his clipboard.
He forgot his Chiefs pull over, and he's just wearing like a Whataburger. You see a bright orange pull over.
Damn it, Andy.
I've already called it. This was my way too early prediction that they will win the Super Bowl, and in the post media interviews, and they ask Andy Reid what he's going to be doing next. He's going to be like, "I'm going to go get a honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich and start recruiting for next season."
That'll work.
That was a nice throw.
So, roughly how many wins in the regular season do you see?
Oh, 12-13.
12, 13? Right, that's not a bad number.
It's optimistic.
I mean, do you think?
I said rose-tinted glasses.
Do you think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be happy there, or?
I hope he gets sidelined with an injury like 4 games in, and they throw the ball to somebody else.
And are you at all worried about losing Tyree?
Yes, actually. I'm not a fool. I don't think he was as useless as other people think. If anything else, he spread that out to give him more options to throw the ball.
Right.
He was a threat with his speed alone that you
He
had.
stretched the defense a lot, so that way Kelsey could get open underneath or in the middle.
They're going to have to work harder for it unless they have some random ass like draftee that I don't know about that's like, running almost as fast as Tyreek.
Right.
Which is possible. That's totally an Andy Reid move to.
Ain't nobody in the NFL running as fast as Tyreek aside from DK.
Yeah. So like that's totally a him move to find somebody close or as close as he could get. But if he did, I don't know anything about it because I haven't been keeping up with it.
So, Eli, how are the Cowboys going to look this year's?
There's Cowboys.
You're not a Cowboys fan anymore?
I'm
I've
gonna.
been since 2014.
I mean, you like Josh Allen, don't you? So you're a Bills fan.
That's how the Bills gonna do.
I'm a fantasy football guy. I got a favorite AFC team and a favorite NFC team. The Bills, in my way to early prediction, 17-game season.
Yep.
13-4. They have a punter who can punt 82 yards, so they're not losing by much if they do lose. They're not giving up special teams points. Plain and simple. Field goals don't count as special team points. I see them AFC Championship 50-50. They win, they lose, depending on who they play. NFC, it's between the Bucks and the Saints. Whoever wins the NFC South, honestly. Like, I'm not writing the Rams off. They have one hell of an offense, but my honest sleeper for the season, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville?
I think they can turn something around.
Travis is healthy this year, so.
Interesting.
Plus, they have, what's his name from Arizona? Overpaid, but they have him. He was good enough.
Well, I'm curious to see how that plays out. I also would love to see the Rams win another Super Bowl, but I highly doubt it. It'll be.
It's very possible.
It's possible.
They're just not my pick because it's hard to repeat unless you're Tom Brady.
Yep, pretty much. So I would love to see it. I do not think it'll happen. Put it that way.
So, up next, we're going to jump into the first power rankings that we have. You okay there, buddy?
It's playing with his food. mother.
And I'm going to run down this list and see if y'all agree. The first power rankings list for the NFL has the Bengals at 5.
Nope.
Which I thought was sort of low. The Chiefs at 4.
Nope.
The Rams at 3. The Buccaneers at 2. And the Bills at 1.
So
I'd flip the Chiefs and the Bengals. That's about it.
I put the Bengals
only
above the
reason
Chiefs, and I'd actually put the Patriots above the Chiefs at number 5.
Hot take there, buddy.
So you just take the Chiefs out of it.
Yeah, I don't think they're as powerful there.
Chiefs are still a contender. I
Patriots.
don't see them winning the Super Bowl. Mac Jones is a beast, man. Different breed.
It's hard to
I don't guess I know anything about the Patriots right now.
Bill Belichick.
That's all I know about them.
Mac Jones has been winner. Broke a bunch of Brady's records. Or not Brady's records, but rookie season records and then franchise first season records that Brady had.
Cool. Well, I'm interested to see it. I didn't know anything about them.
He's amazing. A lot of
We-
people
we,
had him
looked at other
going
teams.
falling to the second round, and I said he's a perfect
Yeah.
fit for the Patriots.
I've always
My
said
buddy, huge Patriots fan, wasn't sold on.
Oh, I
Mac
hate the
Jones.
Patriots.
said, I guarantee you, he excels in that system because that's very similar to the way Alabama ran the ball.
there you go. All you have to do is tell me Alabama quarterback. Okay.
Won the Heisman.
Not every Alabama quarterback is great, though.
No, but
No, a lot of them are.
he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
And he played actual defenses in the SEC, and a lot of people were saying he wasn't NFL ready. And I'm like,
Come on. No, that's a lie.
throw the way he did, like Kyler Murray. They said he was too short. Baker Mayfield. Tua, even. Like,
Yeah.
just be honest.
Now, as far as you guys look at other teams besides just the Chiefs, I get that. I've always said that you three are way more football fans than I am. I'm like
You're a team fan.
I'm slightly above a casual fan. So I do love football, but I
The Chiefs are only a contender because Mahomes can put the ball anywhere from any position.
And
whether it
Andy
be
Reid's the
laying
coach.
Fucking parallel to the ground. But
and Andy Reid's the coach.
it's more that he has Kelsey to throw to. He's unguardable, just like George Kittle.
When
And
he's
Gronk
healthy.
when his knee's not shot.
Well, Gronk retired.
Gronk doesn't really have moves. If you have speed, yeah, but like if you have a talented quarterback like Brady throwing up the ball, he's going to put it in the right spot every time.
Right.
Just about.
You like my wife?
You do. I do. I agree.
I'm biased on Brady, greatest of all time. Greatest athlete of all time. I will say that just because of the amount of championships he has.
Brett Favre.
We need to have a Brett Favre counter on here. How many times I say Brett Favre?
Did you guys?
Hold the record for most interceptions thrown. So.
Fair enough.
He also holds the record for most dick pics.
Unwanted dick pics.
I don't know. I think Jay might have to be.
Huh?
We were looking at his Twitter feed.
Oh, Jay, yeah. I'm sorry. My bad.
So,
He's just trying to get us to drop government names, huh?
so you guys know that the Gronkowski brothers have a podcast.
Yep, they covered the UFC event
They
Saturday.
do. And on the podcast they've done recently, they had Dana White on there, and Dana White revealed
Sorry.
that when Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski were coming out of the Patriots organization, that he and Gruden made quite the push to get Brady and Gronk doing some borderline illegal shit to try to get them there.
And Gruden pulled the plug on it and said no.
Thought that was pretty interesting.
I have
So-
to check that out.
But you gotta wonder, why would Gruden say no if they are, cis male
Right.
Caucasians?
So,
Gruden's a piece of shit. Moving on.
moving on to the next topic. our Super Bowl matchup. Doug, I already know you have the Chiefs, and who do you have the Chiefs going up against?
I don't know. It's either going to be the Bucks or the Rams. That's who I'm going with right now. And I actually don't think it'll be either of those, but I can't think of any other NFC teams that are good besides the Packers and possibly the Saints.
Well, the Saints, you got to
Wait,
overcome.
Carolina in the NFC. See, I
You
don't
got to
know
overcome
these
James
things.
Winston's.
All he has to do is stay healthy.
Well, Carolina's my sleeper pick, but it's a highly unlikely one. I'm picking with my heart on that one.
I see Jacksonville's only my sleeper pick to make playoffs. They're not my sleeper pick to win it all.
Yeah. Like I said, in a perfect world, I'm saying Chiefs, Rams,
In a perfect world.
and Mahomes will just slightly get the better of Stafford.
I'll be honest, I've never wanted the quarterback to fail as much as I wanted Trevor Lawrence to fail. I wanted Justin Fields to prove that he was better, and he proved he was just as good as Trevor Lawrence was.
I agree with that.
So, Eli, you have the Bills making the Super Bowl,
I do.
and who do you have them?
Rams. Even though they're not my top two.
That
for
would
the,
be a
NFC.
really good matchup, I think. Let's see that matchup.
Like they might pull a Giants and just turn it on at the right time.
No, if those
To
two
get that.
teams go at it, it's a slugfest. Both defenses are stacked, both offenses are stacked. And not to mention, OBJ is supposed to be signing Week 6 with the Bills, so that could turn their season around tremendously, and they could go 14-3. So, one game improvement over my prediction. OBJ is not that much of an impact, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
I don't think it was as good as what. I don't think it was ever as good as what people
No, he
thought.
had Eli Manning thrown to him.
I love Eli.
I love you too.
So, Boomer, your Super Bowl matchup.
So I'm going to throw a random one out there. You say Baltimore. And the Rams.
I really thought
And the Rams winning.
The Rams would slaughter them.
I'm just throwing out a random one because you never know.
If that happens, congratulations to Matthew Stafford on.
I mean, only one of those
repeating
teams has a
his-
quarterback, so
The other one has like 3 running backs.
yeah.
So, who is everybody's
Brett Favre.
candidate for MVP this year, aside from Dick Center?
MVP?
Yeah,
Well,
Not
because they
most
don't
valuable
go by
teams.
actual stats, Aaron Rodgers.
exactly. He's pretty safe bet.
I mean,
I'm just gonna be the asshole. I'm gonna say Patrick.
they don't go by stats. Like, if they went by stats, he wouldn't have won 2 of them.
Right.
That's just how I feel. Like,
So you're
nothing
going-
against him. I think he's the greatest regular season quarterback to ever play the game. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think he deserved 2 of the MVPs he got.
Boomer, who's your?
Josh Allen.
He's like Devontae Adams.
I really like Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Wild card. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones,
Yes.
not Joe Burrow.
Is he a rookie this year?
Last year.
He was last year. Okay.
That was 2 years
I
ago.
really didn't pay any attention
No,
to
he
the
was a rookie
Patriots.
last year.
Cool. What would you like?
Me, Tom Brady. Tom doesn't have very many
MVPs.
MVPs.
No.
But who
They
needs
don't
them when
go
you
by
got
regular
rings?
season stats.
I think I'd rather have rings over MVPs. Just saying.
Right.
Unless you're Michael Jordan, you got both.
So, which coach do you think is going to lead the team best this year? Like, do you think that say the Jaguars, Eli's pick for kind of a surprise this year? Like,
I think they turn it around. For sure.
I'm gonna say whoever coaches the Dolphins.
I think they go 1 or 2 games over 500. I don't see them making a run in the playoffs by any means.
Right.
My coach, I would go with Mike McCarthy. I feel like he's got a lot more confidence in the team this year.
I just picked up all this trash, you asshole.
Like, I'm not a fan of Dallas, but I feel like he's got them in a position to where it's really up to the play calling whether they win or lose.
Too.
You're gonna say Mike
I was
McCarthy?
just going to throw a random one out there and give it one, even though I freaked out.
Dallas had a great regular season last year.
They did.
They've been turning it around lately.
Yeah, I mean, they've had 3 playoff wins in the last 20 years, so
Don't sleep on them either.
Yeah,
Anything's
keep
possible.
it's safe to sleep on them because Tim Tatman bets on them. So
Yeah, just keep Dak healthy, and Zeke has to step it up this year.
He has to do better at running the ball.
Zeke has to be Zeke.
And Jerry Jones has to quit fucking coaching. Be the owner. Stop being everything.
All right, so we can sleep on them.
It's his son, Steven.
Huh?
His son is the one who's interfering with everything.
Well, I blame Jerry Jones because I don't like Jerry
Well, he
Jones.
put his son in charge, so you can blame him. Like,
So, Doug, who's you said the Dolphins?
Yeah, I don't know who their coach is this year, but
what's his name? Mike Daniels?
I thought they just got a new one
Yeah.
for this season. I just didn't know who it was.
Second logic. He looks white, but it's black.
I think
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Bro, when they said he was mixed, I didn't believe it. I was like, that guy's as white as I am.
well, I think with him, and I do think Tyreek is going to make a difference there for them. Like they ain't going anywhere, but they're going higher than they were last year.
I mean, they're going to finish second in the AFC. Oh, not the AFC, but
Their division.
yeah. What's that AFC?
East.
I think so. Yeah, most likely. Like,
They're not going to top the Patriots.
no. But they're going to have a definite better season this year than last year. I think he's going to have the biggest improvement.
I think with having an actual, well, I can't really say that because Devontae Parker is an actual receiver, but an actual deep threat, and Devontae Parker and keeping Gesicki involved, because when they didn't throw to Gesicki, they lost that.
And then, like,
Oh, he was my fantasy
Tied in.
tight end. at first.
assuming Tua's going to be healthy, because he's throwing the ball, right?
Yeah, you know,
So-
sprains his pussy, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Assuming he can stay healthy, I know Tyreek's just buttering him up to the media because, you
He's
know,
the most
that's what-
accurate quarterback he's ever had. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's not true in the slightest, but you know he's buttering up. And Tua can sling the ball. I give him
Who was
that.
his quarterback when he played for OSU?
Who's that?
Oh God, I don't remember what year he played for
Tyreek?
OSU.
Oh,
It wasn't Whedon, was it?
it was Rudolph and
Nah, he can't. He's got like a.
was that the year
occasional-
Shelf was there too?
Probably
Kind of
Shelf couldn't
push him
throw
back.
far either. Shelf was a good quarterback, but he wasn't a deep threat. And
Mason Rudolph hasn't been the same since he got his ass kicked by Myles Garrett.
what's funny though is he's outperforming the other Steelers quarterback, or he was outperforming the other
Trubisky?
Trubisky.
Trubisky.
No, Trubisky doesn't show up.
Trubisky.
I don't know. Kenny Pickett's been lighting them up in preseason so far.
Yeah, they're saying I was reading something
Oh,
saying
Purdue,
that
right?
they're
Pitt,
Pitt.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Pitt. I remember that because he's the first
fake slide guy.
Yeah.
now. I heard that they were impressed with Rudolph's progression this
Yeah.
offseason.
He's just got to mature. Like,
But-
just like Baker did.
Yeah, I just
Grow the
don't.
fuck up.
I just don't think Pittsburgh is going to be the fit for him either way.
So who would be the fit?
Can't
I-
pick it.
No, I'm talking about what Mason Rudolph. What team would be a good pick?
Free agency.
I really don't
Canadian
know.
Football League.
The Jets.
The goddamn
The
Jets.
Jets have a good quarterback. He just has to stay healthy, too.
Right?
Where'd they send Washington, Dallas? Didn't they? They sent Washington to Dallas, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
I was going to say wherever Washington went, but
No, Washington's in Washington. What are you talking about?
yeah, I don't know where he.
Carson Wentz is in Washington, though.
Yeah.
Like, Rudolph does have an underrated deep ball though. Like he can throw deep.
They just can't make reads.
Yeah.
Like,
That's because the whole time he was running OSU's offense, all they did was run verticals.
it's true.
He would
It was the Big 12.
Yeah, he just dropped back and threw it deep. I mean, like, he
You don't have
literally
defense
had
to play against unless you play OU or Texas.
he literally had the Brett Favre mentality in college. I mean, just lob it deep, somebody's going to come down.
Or
with
if you're
Glad I'm
OU,
not
fucking
gonna
Iowa
upset
State's
Sam.
the one fucking team that decides to play defense.
it. Yeah, so like,
It's fine.
You got that
Money.
for fourth count.
What's up?
Let's talk about the Big 12. Now the only two defenses are OU and Texas, unless you're OU, and then Iowa State's the only team that shows up to play defense.
Yeah, I'd say OSU had a pretty historic defense last year, but they've lost just about everybody. And Malcolm Rodriguez was like the heart and soul of
I
that
will never
defense.
understand OU against Iowa State. And
Yeah,
Iowa
it's-
State's never ranked in that they almost always upset when they should never have had a chance. Shouldn't have been in with like fucking throwing range.
yeah.
It's like the two teams play on two different fields for the rest of the season. But for that one game, Iowa State's in their prime.
The
There's-
team in the Big 12 that pisses me off the most is Kansas State. Because they play just this, like, methodical, just like drag it out fucking game, and then they win it with some crazy special teams play, and they do it all.
Did you see that chop block from the Bengals player?
I did.
I don't agree with that being a
On
dirty
Kayvon
play.
Thibodeau.
Yeah, that dude. And I've said this a couple of times. Straight pussy move. He sees the guy coming at him, leans away, and he's trying to meet him shoulder to shoulder, and falls into his leg. He didn't dive into it. He didn't like chop him. He fell into it. It was complete accident. And they're like, it's the dirtiest play in football. I'm like, bullshit. Watched it frame by frame. The guy leaned in and then leaned away because he didn't want to get hit.
Yeah, Emmanuel Acho was like ripping him for it. It was Randy Moss's son, Thad Moss, who hit him with the block.
Defender's fault, 100%.
Yeah.
I watched that this morning,
It's,
frame by frame on Pat McAfee's show.
What's
Got
the
back
extent of
injuries.
his injury? Is he going to be back for the regular season, or
Haven't said
they
that.
haven't said yet?
No. I wouldn't put him in a starting position.
all of them.
Yeah.
Put him on special teams. Let him not get hit there.
I was going to say, he
Dude,
played at
you-
Oregon.
You don't
and
want to take a hit in preseason game, like you're not going to take a hit in the regular season. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're losing it to backup tight end.
So it's not even a blocker.
Yeah.
It's a receiver.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Oh, that's something I was going to tell you guys. But remember how we always
Oh,
thought
yeah,
this
you
shit
said
was
something about
fancy?
Pinky.
We used to think it was just fancy, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, we're being fancy. Nah. So, like, back in the day, like, you know, they had spices, but didn't have a way to actually store them. So you'd have to grab it with your pinky and your thumb. So they'd hold their pinky out so their pinky didn't get wet and they didn't waste spices.
Interesting.
That reminds me of
Had nothing to do with being fancy.
Boomer just
it
wanted.
reminds me of the ringer.
Pinky.
Fix it with this so it doesn't.
The savvy goodbye.
Savvy goodbye. No, I think we're gonna save the college football talk because we're at an hour, so
Yeah.
we'll just riff and bullshit for a little while, and then we'll do this.
Was there any more NFL, or is that wrap?
That wrapped up our NFL discussion.
Maybe we should do college first.
Who do you think is going to be the worst team in the NFL?
The worst
Lions.
team in the NFL?
Lions.
Jets.
Browns.
I hope
Oh,
it's the Browns.
See,
11 games without a quarterback.
I already forgot about them, so you're right.
With
But-
Kobe Brissett.
If there is one
Watch
team
out.
that would be worse
If they're
than
smart,
Detroit, it would be the Browns.
Jacoby doesn't throw to running backs, though.
I'm just saying, let Chubb run it.
You
Fuck the quarterback,
I
just
would-
run.
I
Oh,
would-
get hurt 4 games in from the work.
I wish.
Chubb's not the only running back they got, though. They still have Jamal Charles. Or not Jamal
Kareem
Charles.
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
He
I thought-
he wants out, but he's doing a hold in or whatever. He's gonna stay with the team.
Wow.
He's going to still practice and play, but he wants more money.
Yeah, kind of like Roquan Smith. Is doing.
I just hope Chubb gets out as soon as he can.
I agree with him, though. Like,
The Bears have undervalued their best player.
yeah.
Like Roquan is hands down their best player, and they need to pay him. Like, and
If
they try to
don't,
take
he'll be on the Rams
advantage.
next year.
They try to take advantage of him because he doesn't have an agent. He represents himself. So they tried to like fuck him over, but it's the Bears. What do you expect from them anymore? They're a terrible organization. I love the Bears, but the front office sucks.
I don't know about the Raiders this year.
It's-
Josh Jacobs was a shell of himself last year. Sure, he was injured, but even when he was healthy, he wasn't playing well. And they're dropping Kenyon Drake, so
There's always potential there though, so we'll see. They did pick up Devontae. which is
fantasy
nice.
wise, I wouldn't draft an Arizona Cardinals running back. You never know which one's going to go off.
Right.
Fair enough. Why don't you just draft both of them?
You
See
know,
what happens.
It's a risky move, Cotton.
I know it would never happen, but I wish that there would be a trade between the Browns and the Panthers for Chubb and McCaffrey just straight up. Because
And then the
I don't care.
Panthers are contenders in the AFC South.
Yeah, because McCaffrey, I mean, he's all right when he's healthy, and that's just.
I think with Baker being the quarterback, though, he will stay healthy because Baker can actually throw to receivers. He hasn't had a quarterback who can throw. Like, sorry, Teddy Bridgewater, like, you didn't have an offensive line when you played there, but, like, Baker's used to moving.
Yeah.
He needs to. Teddy wanted to prove he was a pocket passer, and that fucked him over.
Gotta learn to move.
No, he knew how to move, but everybody's saying you need to learn to stay still. And
Well, I just mean, like, what's something
Yeah, well,
you gotta
like,
learn to adapt.
he played one way and wanted to play a different way. They wanted him to play a different way. And, like, you have different.
At least he's not a running back like that bitch Lamar.
It's true.
You're not wrong. I don't know why you're saying sorry.
My way too early prediction: Tom Brady has another 10-yard run or 11-yard run. Sorry.
He'll have to with that offensive line being
I was
broken his
looking
head.
up Chubb's contract because I was hoping like maybe he'll be a free agent at the end of the season. He could just sign with
He signed through 2025, isn't it?
2024.
2025.
So he's got 2 seasons left as a Brown. I was hoping that he could run
Maybe
out
out
his
his prime by then.
I was hoping he would run out his contract at the end of this year and then go.
Comeback player of the year. You guys got
Comeback player of the year. I'm trying to think of who was
Hurt.
hurt this last year.
I'm just gonna throw it out there and say McCaffrey.
Was he hurt last year?
yeah.
He's hurt every year.
He's hurt
No
every year.
question on that. I'm gonna say.
Barkley? That's
Wait,
my
who?
pick.
Saquon
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley. That is a good one.
I forgot he was hurt last year too.
First game. Tragic.
Well, I'll throw one
Jimmy
out there.
Garoppolo. Didn't he get hurt last year?
Did for you?
No, he
Yeah,
just
George
sucks.
Kittle. George Kittle was injured.
Yeah.
Well, I'm picking George Kittle.
Yeah. I think
I
George
don't think they ever give it to a tight end.
Well, we're gonna give it to a tight end this
He
year.
didn't really have bad games when he did play, though, so I don't think it'll qualify.
I'm gonna give it to Rob Gronkowski when he signs halfway through the season. He gets the Super Bowl because he came back to the NFL.
I'm gonna go with a terrible pick because I think he's already hurt. J.J. Watt.
He's another one that's always hurt.
Defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
What do you guys pick?
Defensive player of the year this
Miles
year.
Garrett. Just throwing it out there.
I don't know defensive players.
He's over to rating defending.
I was just gonna say Von Miller.
I don't know if he won or not, but he should have.
Who's that?
TJ Watt.
T.J. Watt. Yeah, he's in good position for it.
Just give me
I'd say
some.
Aaron Donald, but like
I was like, just give me some guy off.
he has too
the
much
Rams.
talent around him to win defensive player of the year. Like
That's true.
he's not going to get all the sacks anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He might with all the talent around him.
Yeah.
You can't double him anymore.
So I don't have a name, but I'm gonna do like Boomer and throw one out there. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be it's gonna be like a backfield person. It's gonna be a safety or a corner this year. It's
Out
not.
of your mind. Linebackers almost always win.
I know. That's why I said I'm just gonna throw one out there. I don't have a name. I'm just like
Although Trevon Diggs came pretty close to winning it.
yeah, safety or a corner is gonna.
Did you see him get
He's gonna want
torched
to
by a tight end in practice? I mean, I understand getting torched by C.D.
Dude,
Lamb.
that was a
but by
terrible
fucking tight end.
Like that throw, they posted on Instagram. they're like, rate the difficulty of the throw, and I was like, all the way down. Trevon Diggs didn't even look at the ball.
He just looked, he let the tight end run right by him. He just stared at the tight end.
He was face guarding like he was in college.
Yeah.
Like if he touches the guy without looking at the ball, it's a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that film. Good Lord. Yeah. No, I think T.J. Watt's really good. Defensive Player of the Year.
Good pick.
Oh, I'll still say T.J. Watt. My long shot's Tyrann Mathieu.
Where'd he end up?
Good.
Saints.
New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
What about kicker
Nickel
of the year?
defense. Kicker of the year?
Yeah, kicker of the year.
It ain't going to be Gabe Burkich, I'll tell you that much.
It's the same person every year, Justin Tucker.
Best
I'm gonna
kicker.
go with Dicker, the kicker.
I mean, Greg the Leg plays for the Jets now, so we know his career's done.
True.
If anything, he'll get, well, I was going to say he'll get more work, but no, it's their punter. Their punter will get.
I don't know.
Who's going to get punter of the year?
Fucking Bills punter.
I don't know his
82
name, but
Punted for 82 yards.
and then that
Unofficially. Although it went out the bag, so and when he kicked it from the 10-yard line, 90 yards. That's all I'm saying. Like,
And they drug test him too, ain't it?
I think so. I think it was, yeah.
Random drug test.
Speaking of punters, did you know, and drug tests, did you know OU's punter has the record at the combine for bench press reps for punter? He benched like 28 times or something like that.
It's not too far behind here.
Like he's fucking jacked. He was
They got
gonna,
a funny kickball.
he was going to go to the NFL a few years ago from Arizona State, and then he wasn't going to get drafted, so then he just decided to go back to school and went to OU. But that guy is fucking jacked. He's OU's only preseason Big 12 All-American this year.
That's awesome.
I think, and he's really good. He averaged like 56 yards a punt last year.
Yeah.
So I think it would be
That's who
pretty
got
good.
traded. I'm sorry, Cardinals are a threat.
They are?
Yes. Do you know who they have now?
No.
Cody Ford.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, they got a
Picked up his 5th-year option. He's back with Kyler and DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is going to have all the time. Because they can't double him, and Hollywood's just going to run down the field. You have to have a safety on him.
If he can get his head out of his ass, he got arrested the other day for like criminal speeding.
Well, let's also be honest. He has a drop problem.
He does. I saw those those low lights, I should say, of, him dropping wide open passes from Lamar.
So we played fantasy last year in my streamer league, and One Milligan drafted Hollywood Brown, and he would have won like 3 of his games because he lost 3 of his games by less than a point. If he would have just made 1 catch in each of those games. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. And like, I get a lot of shit because he's from OU, and we're here in Oklahoma. So
Yep. The Cardinals, as long as they don't fall apart after like 10 games in, because they'll do awesome for like the first 10, 11
all the
games.
running backs get injured.
Yeah, and then they
What
just
happens
fall
when you
apart.
pick up backup running backs from other teams that had one good season?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, they did great last year when they played. Was it John Connor and Chase Edmond?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're not bad, but they got to stay healthy. It's
Absolutely.
bad enough when you're not the workhorse running back and you're getting injured. Like, can't have that happen. It's different than Christian McCaffrey. They honestly need to sub him in and out or put him in the slot from time to time.
Absolutely. So are you guys planning on playing the new Madden this year?
I mean, probably when it goes on sale on Black Friday.
I'm undecided. I actually thought about skipping this year's Madden.
I've
Unless
skipped the
they
last 3.
Unless they make some kind of
Same game.
update to the gameplay.
They said this one is the most in-depth one they've made. They said that last year too. So
I'll wait until Boomer buys it and I'll play it a couple times.
I've been watching
Yeah.
videos with
I just want the
YouTubers.
franchise mode to come back where they get unhappy with you. Like,
Yeah.
actually, like, not after one game. Like, they're like, I don't want to beat this team anymore for money reasons, or you're winning. Like, or you're losing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I want that feature to come back. That would be great to have again, rather than, you know, just not being able to re-sign them when you have salary cap turned off and you're offering a $100 million contract.
Yeah.
I just
That's what
want
I'm saying. That's horse shit.
I just want the I want the superstar mode to come back, or whatever they called it, from like Madden 08, where you could pick your player position or whatever,
The
and
parents and everything.
yeah, you only like.
I love that.
Cause I
That's
picked
fun.
it.
That's a fun game.
Picked it as I would always be a running back on 08 and play for like the Texans
I'll be completely honest. I'm not playing any football game till next year.
college.
When college comes out.
See, that's why I'm also thinking about skipping Madden and just waiting for the college one to
Because
come out.
when that NCAA game drops, like, it doesn't matter who your favorite fucking team is. Dynasty mode, it's over. Like, you can just do whatever you want in there. Go from team to team, building franchises, drafting, or, you know, not drafting, scouting,
Yeah,
turning fucking coal into diamond.
hoping they have the Road to Glory on there still. I don't know if it was on the last couple. I
Is EA making it?
see, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw a interview the other day, and they said that Road to Glory will be making it a return.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Dynasty mode is all I'm
And
about.
they said there will be a more in-depth dynasty mode, but they're bringing Ultimate Team over, which
Sucks.
I'm like, why the fuck?
They want to monetize it.
That's the one thing, and that's like the big thing on Madden that I don't ever play. I hardly ever play.
I think I played it when it come out in Madden 12.
Something like that.
I don't know.
That was the one that I played the most.
You played it quite a bit on one of the newer ones too, like 20.
I think it was Madden 25. Like the one page.
I feel like you played it a lot on 20 as well, because that was the one that I played it the most on. It was because you were playing it all the time.
Now, Madden 25 was the one that gave you a whole bunch of packs, and they weren't like timed players. You actually got to have them.
I think that was the one that I didn't play much because it had Peterson on it.
But
Yeah.
Did it have Peterson on it? I thought it had Megatron on it.
No, 25 had Peterson.
Megatron was on 18. wasn't it?
Yes.
I thought it was 13.
13.
No, yeah, it was. It was. I can see it now.
My numbers
Like,
are all jacked up.
18 was Brady with Patriots.
Yeah.
Who was 19?
Wasn't it Antonio Brown?
Madden Curse Return.
Yeah.
I remember that.
20 was Mahomes and Brady.
Was that 21?
Yeah, that was last year's.
20 was just Mahomes and then, wasn't it?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
And then 21 was Mahomes and Brady.
I think I
22.
didn't play last year's.
22 is the one that's about to come out.
Yeah, that's gonna be. There it came out.
22 was Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played one in years.
I played the last
Because
couple.
they're free on Game Pass, and Chance wants to play every now and then and get smacked around. So I say that, and I don't tell you guys what happens in the last minute of the fourth quarter. So my play call goes to shit. Don't know why.
The last time I remember playing Madden was when we were at Doug's old place, and we had a
Oh yeah.
we had a game that went to like it was almost 100 to 100. So him and Boomer were just going back and forth, and it was like, what was it, Madden 05 or something like that?
I can't remember. It was probably Madden 08.
That was 09.
09. I bet it was 09.
Because
We were returning kicks.
Yeah.
It was the easiest game. You had, like, easiest to return kicks. Because remember, we just pissed Chance off. Like, I could get that one to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time
I
I
think you
played
won that
Madden.
game, didn't you?
Actually.
Who won?
I can't remember who ran between.
Oh, you- that was
I think you did.
that was
because
out
then
in
you
Gore,
moved.
right? That was out in Gore.
Yeah.
And I just kept running screen passes.
Yeah, I got pissed because he got lucky on like the last play or some shit. Yeah, that was
I
wild.
wouldn't throw it downfield because you'd be lurking, so it was screen.
Alrighty, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Handles are below. And we got merch.
Yeah.
We got merch. And Yeah.
Yeah. He's a real boy.
Alrighty, guys.
Tell them all to fuck off.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
They can fuck off if they want to. It's free world.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
Ramsey,
guys.
you're next.
See you later.